Welcome back to Sosnovka Sovkhoz, episode 31, special edition multiplayer episode with me, Mr. Sealy P, and Moominseal. I am selling the big body 900 cramp trailer. There is a reason for this. I have just bought and downloaded, bought and downloaded the IT runner pack. I haven't done it yet. I was a bit dubious. Seen a few reviews, DLC unpacking videos, that kind of thing, but the trailers always looked really small. I was actually going online to get ready to do the multiplayer episode that we're doing now. I had to download a download pack for Moominseal so we could both use the same vehicles on multiplayer, and they were doing 40% off on the DLCs, so I got the IT runner pack, and I thought, well, I think it worked out £3.70, I think. Even if it turned out it was rubbish, I'm not going to break the bank. So, actually turns out it's not that rubbish. The trailer sizes aren't bad. I'm pretty sure. I apologise. I've never used this before. I may have to use the auto help later because I'm not quite sure what buttons I'm supposed to be pressing and when yet. So this is new to me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the chaff trailer that I'm putting on now is 48,000 litres, and the one next to it, which is the grain trailer, is 45, I think. So they're fair-sized trailers. I'm actually, I have to say, very impressed. They look quite small, but they've got very big capacity. So anyway, yes, getting back to it, we are doing a multiplayer episode today. We tried, unfortunately, with the microphones on our headsets. We were chatting and doing the voiceover the whole way through, but it can't distinguish the microphone noise from the gameplay noise. The problem is the vehicles are quite loud. We turned our microphones up. If you turn the volume down when you're doing the editing, it turns all of it down. It can't differentiate. Unfortunately, on the SHAREfactory, unless I'm doing something horrendously wrong. So what I'm doing, as I normally do, is recording it, editing it, and I'm putting the audio on afterwards, which is a shame, but there's not really a lot I can do about it. Anyway, Moominseal is on here, my partner in crime today. It's been a while, been waiting to do a multiplayer episode with her. She's promised she's going to do some more. Who knows? She's not the best of drivers in the world. Anyway, I'm really disappointed that you couldn't, or we can't have the volume up, because if we turn the volume up so you can hear what we were saying, the noise of the vehicles is just so loud, it's ridiculous. We are going to be skipping ahead quite a lot. This is a massive field 18, with the bit I ploughed on extra. We are doing a silage crop. It's going to take a while, so we are going to skip ahead certain bits. But she was incredibly funny. Some of the things she was saying, and at one point she forgot we were recording and she was singing. And but anyway, yeah, she's helping out today, which is fantastic. She has her own YouTube channel. Look up Moominseal on YouTube. It's worth a look. She does a little bit of GTA 5 on there. She's got some Sims, I believe. I don't think she's done any farming simulator ones yet, but it's well worth a look. Go over. Give her a like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But anyway, she introduced me to the whole YouTube experience. She is my IT consultant, my IT guru. She helps me out with all the issues because I'm old and not as au fait with this kind of stuff as I should be, realistically. Anyhow, right, so she's offloading. I'm going to jump into the case Magnum and I will continue to unload. The only reason I was driving the harvester before while she was I was loading her up from, because of the shape of the field, I have to take off the two sort of edge sides. They're like triangular. If you set a worker on them, it doesn't always work. There she goes, always driving too fast. Yeah, the worker won't always work properly on that. So I was doing some of the outside bits. Where we can set the worker on it, we will. Once we've got a huge rectangle in the middle, which is what we're aiming for, as I always do when I'm doing this with workers, we'll set the worker on it and we'll both be unloading. Try and speed things up. The aim of the game today is to fill up one of the silage bays at the biogas plant. I was already part way through from doing the forage collection chaff on field 10 and 11 in the previous episode. If you didn't see it, go back, have a look. We harvested field 10 and 11 where I've combined them, and then I foraged for chaff all the straw swaths off that field. So we have got some in the silage bay, but I want to fill it. That's the plan for today's episode. I haven't done multiplayer yet on a full multiplayer server with multiple people on there, 6 or whatever it is you can have at a time on consoles. But just having one extra person makes a massive difference. Doing this solo can take a long time because you're going to keep stop-starting. Hopefully this way we can carry on. That said, I'm not sure where she is at the moment. She was unloading. Oh, she's probably off touring the map. Anyway, I'm going to put on the automatic help just so I know what's in the silo and how compacted it needs to be. Now, as far as this goes, it's not realistic. We should be backing up and filling up from one end through to the other. It's quicker and easier to go up over the top and compact it. That said, as the pile's getting higher, the vehicles are struggling to get up on there with the trailers. And in real life, you'd be damaging all different parts of the trailer, the tractor, the 3-point linkage, everything. The PTO would be knackered, but we are filling up. It's taken a little while, but we are getting there. She managed to find the time to help me do the multiplayer today, and it's been quite amusing listening to her chatting in my ear, and she does the same as me, musings about the world, her ideas about FS17, and various different amusing little things that when we're both wearing our headsets, and she's chattering away, not always to me, but I can hear her. The other downside we had as well was that because we were recording and we had the headsets on, unfortunately other family members were unaware we were doing that, so at some point through the video clip one of my daughters yelled down from upstairs, which was then caught on the microphones. So yeah, we'll have to try and streamline this multiplayer thing, but bear with us, it's the first time we're doing it. We are going to try and get the microphone situation sorted out because I think it would be interesting. Oh, yeah, she's excited. There's nothing wrong with that. She can't wait to unload. Problem is, as soon as she pulls up right behind me, the forage harvester switches the nozzle to her trailer, not mine. She keeps apologising in my ear, but yes. Now she's almost full and I've only really a little bit full, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over, let her take over. Then once she's completely full, I think she's at 93% at the moment, when she's completely full she'll go off and I'll take over. It's what we've been trying to do as much as possible. It's not proving as straightforward. We are right by the biogas plant as well. It's not like we've got to haul it far, but even doing that, there are times when she's sitting idle because it's taken a while for me to fill up, or I'm waiting for her to fill up, or I talk to her and find that she's actually nipped off to do something else completely computer game unrelated, and then when she comes back she rejoins. But it is working, and it's working really well. More than happy, and she has already said in my ear that she wants to do more multiplayer episodes, so we're thinking about, I was talking about doing wood chipping. She said to me she's never done that before, so we may do a multiplayer episode where we're wood chipping. I also do like it when we do multiplayer when she first got the game, and we first worked out how to get onto multiplayer and how to do it, we did quite a few games just on our own, not recorded, not anything on the gameplay series. Level 2 on the way past. Funny story about that in a minute, I'll tell you. And we did a lot of grass cutting. Having two people cutting grass at the same time makes a massive difference. So, as we were recording earlier, and I didn't show it, didn't put it on here because I promised I wouldn't embarrass her, but I'm going to now anyway, it doesn't really matter. When you are on console version, especially PlayStation, I don't know about Xbox, to press the horn, you have to press the right one button, which is the shoulder button, and the X at the same time to do the horn. So when we pass each other, little two, and it's always been a kind of thing that who's got the better horn. The lorries have a much deeper throaty one, the tractors are a bit more beep beep sort of thing. So as we went driving past each other, I pressed mine, little beep beep. She pressed hers but didn't actually quite press the shoulder button properly. So in pressing X, she actually detached her trailer. So it was quite amusing to watch her go flying past me without a trailer. Anyway, right, she has just suggested, and we are thinking, because we're nearly full on the silage bay, the rest of the crop will do a normal harvest. So I don't have a corn header for the combine harvester. So just bought a corn header, maize header, whichever you'd rather call it. So while she's carrying on, I've whizzed down, pick up this, and what I'll do is I'll set the combine harvester on the other side of the field. So when we finish off filling that silage bay, we're at 100%. The rest of the field will do a normal corn crop, maize crop, and harvest it normally. I only wanted one of the silage bays full. We could carry on and start filling another one, but I'm not going to need that much at all, I don't think. And if I do, we can do another crop at another time, not a problem. So I'm going to open this up, as we normally do. Open up the header. And it's a fair size header. Do like the Capello one, the Quasar, and the fact you can choose what colour you want. You can match it to anything you want, or you can just go crazy and go orange or lime green or something insane if you really want to. Purple header, I don't know why you would do that, but anyway, so yes, that's what we're going to do. So I'm thinking now I'm going to unload this. Now again, bear with me, I haven't used it before. Yeah, it's lifting the back up. I'm assuming then I need to drive forward. Yeah, while that happens, it's obviously catching. I'm going to whiz over to the store while she's still unloading from the forage harvester over in the background, and pick up the grain trailer. I have to say, as far as a DLC goes, if you haven't got it already, I know it's not long till FS17 comes out. If you're going to carry on playing Farming Simulator 15, it's a brilliant DLC. I really am enjoying the IT run. I'm gutted I didn't download it before, because I really do like it. I've only used two of the trailers. I know there's a forestry one, there's a manure spreader, there's a slurry tanker, there's all sorts of backs for it. There's one that's like just a skip, I think. So yeah, I'm gutted. I didn't do it before. I should have done. But anyway, I'm going to take this over to the field, because if we are going to switch, this will take chaff as well as everything else, but if we are going to be unloading chaff and then switching and unloading corn as well, the chaff trailer will only do chaff. I think this has got a capacity of about 45,000 litres, I think it said, which is good, fair size. I went for lime green because again with the IT runner and some of the trailers you can choose your colour. I'm beginning to regret it, it's rather garish, but it does look quite good with Case Magnum. That red and that lime green is a good combination. I certainly won't lose this trailer anyway, that's for certain. But the multiplayer is working. It's not your standard multiplayer, it's not what you're probably used to. If you're used to being able to hear everyone chatting, I know watching a lot of the PC videos, when they haven't got microphone voice chat on, there's messaging, typing, and you can see the messages come up on the screen. I know it's not quite like that now. She's badgered me again and suggested we probably need a second harvester, and I did say we did. She's also aware how much money I've got in the bank, so I'm thinking Case, she's a New Holland girl, and she wants us to have 2 New Hollands, and to be fair, I quite agree. We'll have 2 New Hollands running the field. I'm going to get another of the corn headers, but I'm going to buy another one of the standard headers. I say standard, the Superflex draper, 45 foot. So I've got a second header for doing normal crops as well. So now the farm has the IT runner pack. We've got some of that stuff, trailers and stuff we're downloading. We now have a second harvester, which we're going to be running. I believe she's going to go and collect. Now we are at 90. Are we going to get to 100%? 99, and I've run out. Oh, you're kidding me. I know I said I was going to fit it to 100%. I'm not going to. 99 will be fine. Otherwise I've got to go back to the field. I've got to get some more. It's just 99's fine. That's plenty. So I am now going to blanket the silage bay and start it fermenting. Let's get some silage. There we go. Fermenting 1%. Brilliant. All I can say is thank you very much for your assistance. It has been invaluable. So a lot of backs and forwards. I'm going to unload the back of this one, the grain trailer, just for a little while, and I'm going to take the chaff trailer because I don't need that now, and park that up at the biogas plant, because if I'm going to be using it for chaff, if I'm doing a lot of it from here, that's where the trailer probably needs to be. I'm getting the hang of this, actually loading and unloading this, which is all good. I have already taken the forage harvester back and parked that up, dropped off the header. It's done us proud. It's a big field and it did a really good job. I'm going to come back in at some point because I need to do plough out that strip. You can see the grass strip there, so I can finally join these 2 fields completely together. That's the plan. But I'm going to park this up and tidy it up. We are still continuing. She's now unloading corn, maize from both the harvesters. So it's going to be a case of finishing off, now having both harvesters running on that with the big headers. It's making light work of this field, it really is. She's already said to me that you don't get much for corn, Dad. She's had a look on the selling page. You don't get a lot for corn, but at the end of the day, for us it's kind of a bonus. It was a byproduct. I wanted to make silage. Right, back this up and park it here for the time being. Dump it off. I can always find somewhere a bit more appropriate later, but that'll do for the time being. Don't tend to drive around the back of here. Now, yeah, that should be fine there. As you can see, the money, we started off, I think 2 episodes ago, episode 30, on 1.3 million I had when I was buying the large trailer, the 59,000 litre cramp, and the new truck, the Tatra Phoenix. Now we're down to just 233,000. That's what happens when you play multiplayer with Moominseal and she convinces you to spend money. So, a new harvester, new headers. All of a sudden, I haven't got as much money in the bank as I hoped. Not to worry. It's all new equipment for the farm. It's going to get used. It's going to make the whole process a lot quicker. So we're on the last couple of strips. I am just taking control of this one because I'm thinking these 2 headers are going to hit. I was hoping they would just pass smartly, but I don't think they're going to. I think we're going to be a couple of rows over. So yes, we are. So back this out of the way. Let that one go past. And we will finish off. Okay, the combine arches. Just quicker doing it this way. I've sped this up a little bit. We'll empty both of those out. She's gone and sold her trailer full, and she's parking the trailer up back at the main yard. I'm going to whiz and sell this one off. I think she said the best price you were getting for this was the grain elevator, which is over by the machine shop, the sales shop, whatever you want to call it. So that's where I'm going to take this. So the machine shop's just back behind us to our left, and our yard is just over there to the right, just across the side of the river. So I'm going to unload this and then go and park this up. It's been quite an eventful episode. We have skipped through a couple of bits only because of time constraints. We didn't want to drag it over more than one episode, plus she wasn't going to be available to do a second episode for a little while, so I wanted to get it all done in one hit if we could. Right, home for this. I'm going to park it in here for the time being, only because we're a little bit pressed for time at the moment. So I'll back this into here. I will find a better home for it in probably the next episode, which won't be a multiplayer, but we will do some more in the future. That is the plan. Okay, we'll go and park up the Case Magnum. Now hopefully when we turn all the machinery off, you should be able to hear us on the microphones. So what I will do, I will stop my audio and we'll go back to the original audio once I've parked this up. That's the plan. And I will leave it all to my previous me to finish off the episode. I mean, yeah, it was in the wrong place, but it's not the end of the world. How have I managed to have a spare header? That's so weird. Thank you for leaping about. Now, hopefully, in the time that you've been leaping about like a maniac, they have delivered our header. They have. It's here. Marvellous. I'm hoping as well. Oh no, we'll have to tidy the other one up ourselves. Right, I think that's probably it for this multiplayer episode. Probably a couple of episodes, I would imagine this is going to turn out to be. As you can tell, Moominseal is over the moon and enjoying herself immensely. So, as we normally say at the end of every episode we do, if you liked it, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Plenty more videos coming your way. Leave a comment if you want to leave a comment. Any final words? No? Okay, brilliant. Whatever you decide to do, thanks for watching. Fantastic.